all cylinders early in the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Number 98 sends it, kick it away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Swamped immediately. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Back to pass, it's Lamb. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose, it'll be 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Just feeds the running back. Driven back.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Hunt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. He's there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving past the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be passed, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just gets rid of that one.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
Keeps it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's got to hurt him.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Makes the grab.
Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice.
They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Left side, it's Bean. Makes the tackle.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. 2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Bean.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to throw on 1st. Look out! And down he goes. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Snags it inside the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The first snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Lamb. They're all over him. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Number 98 sets to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Couldn't set his feet.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first.
Snags it, and there's running room. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. On play action. Under pressure. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the Blue Hens head coach at the half. He needs more from his team in the second half. Even though they've got the big lead, they want to continue to set the tone early in the season that they are a team that can finish strong. He reminded them it's a 0-0 score here to start the third quarter. Despite the big lead, we are not taking our foot off the gas.
Appreciate that, Holly. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Blue Hens line it up with a first and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Delaware. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Number 85.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
The quick game. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Offside.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The run to the left. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Might as well run him again. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll move the tight end. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped right there. He put him in the spin cycle and got 7.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
On the option, he'll toss it. Jukes his way for more. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Stepping to the right. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right side, it's Little. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Buying a little time to his left. They get to him as he throws. Makes the catch. It's Little. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Blue Hens go back to work after moving the chains through the air. It's complete on the right side. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Delaware! They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0.
Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Utes head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Utah's offense will go on the attack first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Gets away from one, finds room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Utes are in the hurry-up.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looking to throw again. He's got him this time. He hauled that one in and got the 15-yard line. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for running room. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. I mean, you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
The Blue Hens offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the junior running back. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40. Inside the 30. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
At the 7-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking downfield, it's Moffitt. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Powers through the defender. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. And the Utes line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to get started. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Still looking. He's going to take off. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's past the sticks. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Blue Hens come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Delaware! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Working the ground game. All over him immediately. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Moffitt. Rushes on. Got rid of it just in time.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Catches it at the 30. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Tells the run, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. 2nd down to the air. pulled to the ground.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Blue Hens will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Second and long here. The fake wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Max got it on the screen. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Quickly out to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And the Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Got him on the RPO. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Moves to his right. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point there, 21-0.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Drops back. It's Moffitt. Throws quickly. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They boot it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick give. It's Winston. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Moffitt. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Play action on first down. Buys time to his left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Long way to go on 2nd down. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware.
This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your confidence.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Goes high to pull it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. He's changing the play. They're looking to throw on second and short. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. And they will score. Touchdown, Blue Hens.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Snags a quick pass on the left. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Moffitt. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Oh, a lot of space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's for intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Offense in a split backfield. Flush to the left. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Almost had the completion, just missed it. They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll get rid of it. Found a seam. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Blue Hens peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw one first. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Look out. On the move and looking. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays.
Touchdown, Delaware. Middle of the end zone, he's got it. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll try it over the left side. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking to throw, it's Moffitt. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw. Going long. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Utes head coach coming out of the locker room. This is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Churns into the pile. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Sells the run, looking to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Got the quick pass. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Blue Hens, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. They're all over it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes a catch. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Winston. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stopped.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Utes will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
At the 35, he's got room. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Blue Hens have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under pressure. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make...
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Scanning the field, it's Moffitt. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. It's caught. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. He's got enough. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. With this game all but decided, let's take a minute here as we get later in the season to look at the Heisman Trophy race. Drops back on 1st down. Makes the grab over the middle.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Fires left. He's got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Plows his way ahead. Oh, what a caught! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Delaware. Took it all the way back to the house. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too.
Punt, and he's got room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. The give to the lone running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. 2nd and long here. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Flying down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Blue Hens. A pick 6. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. And he added the extra point.
Number 98, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Got enough space. Touchdown, Blue Hens. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the 4th quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option, he'll keep it. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 40. It's a fake. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field.
You know, I think if the head coach could go back in time, he'd just decide to go ahead and take his chances kicking that one. Obviously, he's wanting to score a touchdown here on this drive, and I think forced his hand a little bit too much. That fake field goal never had a chance.
Turning it on, running through contact. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Moving the pocket, it's Moffitt. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Past the 40. Steps out at the 34.